Hello there, I am Xerix the Lord Sentinel, and welcome to Century of Economy 2017. The full rule set for COE, or as I say it, COEC, can be found on Mini Trading in the link down below. Now without further ado, let's get on to the action! From the north looking south, the starting fleets are visible for all factions except the pirates, who are just out of the frame to the right. The starting fleets are the Americans and the Spanish, with the Americans in the foreground and the Spanish in the background. A shot of the more northern ocean with the French and the English starting fleets visible. The pirates are just out of frame to the left. With much anticipation, the opening resource rolls were made, with a 5 coming up for duration and a 1 for value. The 1 signifies that all resources are worth their printed number. For example, lumber is the labeled number 1 resource and therefore is worth 1 gold when brought home. Finished goods, the number 6 resource, are worth 6 gold when brought home. The Spanish get things started for everyone and venture south, finding medicine on an island not far from their HI. Medicine is not currently very valuable, worth only 2 gold. However, resources can change mid-game and medicine could become very valuable later on. La Hoya del Sol ventures north for the Spanish, dodging the rolling fog as she goes. Icebergs and even more deadly terrain, storms, await fleets and factions in the middle and northern oceans. The Americans divide their fleet, sending 2 ships toward an island that has good old gold on it, not messing about with resources. A Providence crosses the Sargasso Sea, heading north towards the French. Storms move about in the middle ocean, worrying the still-at-port French. The Celestin, with linked crew Master Scribe aboard, explore the southern shipwreck for the Cursed. Her fleetmates the Nightmare and Pestilence are not far behind. Up north, the pirate fleet fragments itself and begins to head in several different directions at once. The English divide their fleet in half, sending the HMS Dover and HMS Aberdeen Baron north, while sending the Hound and Hono-Iki south. The English experience a minor setback as rolling fog threatens to engulf the Hound. The French avoid the dangerous storms in their pursuit of resources. The American Nene Nui found rum among other golden goodies. The rum will freeze her for a turn, but the Americans are pleased they have found several good coins. Continuing their good fortune, the Providence finds metals, a rather valuable resource at this time. The Hound finds several golden goodies which pleases the English. However, the Hound also found rum. The Dover finds spices in the north, while the Hono-Iki continues to move south and east. The Spanish are the first to launch a new ship. They spend 14 gold and launch the Conception with the helmsman from their HI. An iceberg slams into the Hono-Iki, dismasting it. Further adding to the English woes, the Hound is in trouble. To her starboard side is a dangerous iceberg, to her stern is the mischievous rolling fog. The Providence begins to return to the American HI, but is snagged on a Sargasso Sea. Near disaster for the English. First, the rolling fog once again engulfed the Hound. Then, that rolling fog moved over an iceberg, causing the Hound to lose a mast. Finally, a storm is approaching. If the storm hits the rolling fog and the Hound inside, the Hound is doomed. The Coeur de Lion finds medals for the French. True disaster for the English. The rolling fog took the Hound over a reef, where, due to her fragility, she was wrecked and eliminated from the game, taking quite a haul of gold with her. The Spanish launched the San Pedro and La Zaragoza with the helmsman from their HI. The pirates are the first to brave a portal, sending the Dark Hawk II through the northern portal. However, they failed to roll the 4 through 6 required to travel out of any other portal. The French Coeur de Lion dodges a storm on her way back home. The Aberdeen Baron found finished goods for the English. However, 2 icebergs have merged to form one superberg right off the English HI. The Coeur de Lion thought she had dodged the storms, but alas, the storm caught up to her and quickly sent her to the briny bottom. The French responded to this by making their first launching of the game, putting the St. Joan into the water. The English cashed in their caches of finished goods and put 4 ships into the water. The HMS Patagonia with Robinson and Lord Micron, the HMS King Edward with Captain Helmsman Hermione Gold, the Hyena with an oarsman, and the Trepassey. The Americans have recently put one of their better gold ships, the Hoist Frontier, into the water. Here she grabs coins from a middle island that normally is very difficult to get to. The Dark Hawk II approaches a spice island, looking to get some tasty resources. However, this spice island has been claimed by the English, and the English do not take kindly to this intrusion upon their island. The French launch 3 ships from their HI: Le Mercure with Capitaine Barouin de la Flotte, La Géographe with Amiral Gaston de Saint Croix, and the Custom La Triomphe. La Triomphe stats can be found in the Custom Ships Organized thread on Mini Trading. Looking to expand their golden resource system, the pirates launched 2 ships from their HI. The Hades Flame and Amity join their ranks. Both ships are very fast and have decent cargo holds. The Dover and Hyena take spices from the Spice Island, and eye the Dark Hawk II warily. The Dark Hawk does not have an explorer, and so cannot yet take spices from the island. The English end their turn by putting forth one of their better gold runners, the HMS Lady Provost. Also on board is Fleet Admiral Commodore Rise Griffin Owen. The Americans are the second faction to dip into custom ships, putting forth the USS Mississippi, a steamboat of my own invention. Like all other custom ships, her stats can be found in the Organized thread on Mini Trading. Here, she has crossed the Sargasso Sea and docked at the Metals Island to take metals for the Americans. The USS Sea Phoenix traverses a reef and loses a mast in the process. The French bring in large quantities of metals, looking to give their gold system a shot in the arm. The hostilities commence! With a vicious war cry, the King Edward rams into the St. Joan, knocking out the lone mast on the small galley. The Spanish seek to expand their territory by sending La Zaragoza, La Joya del Sol, and the recently launched Ventura out into the unexplored regions. Here the 3 ships have docked at an island, and are about to explore it. In addition to the USS Mississippi, the Americans commit 3 other ships to the Metals Island. This particular Metals Island is close to the French. Could it possibly be the source of conflict in the future? The Cursed finally have enough gold to make a launch. Here they put the Sea Monkey, one of their better ships overall, into the water. With her hold full of spices, the Dark Hawk II begins the trek back to the Pirate HI, looking to hopefully pass through the northern portal. The French purchase a town and port upgrades at their HI. The pirates are the first to successfully traverse a portal, sending the Amity to the Southern Ocean, where she hopes to find valuable resources. The English construct Fort Royal, a custom fort from El Cazador set, Pirates of the Great Sea. The English are the first to build a fort, which will enable them to hire mercenaries. The Spanish are the first to construct a colony. The Spanish find food, a very valuable resource at this current time, and are quick to try and get as much of it as possible. The Cursed, however, are not pleased, since the Spanish stole the island from right under their noses. The pirates put forth the Cassandra from their HI. The English spend quite a bit of gold and launch all of the mercenary submarines in our collection. The Hephaestus, Fathom, Terror, Devil Ray, Mobilis, Brave Selkirk, and Nautilus all join the English ranks, each with a helmsman, and Chancellor Christian Fior hiding aboard the Nautilus. Over the course of 2 turns, the French are able to upgrade a metals island they share with the Americans to a town, and then to a trading port. The trading port will allow them to trade goods with the Americans, something the French hope to do elsewhere. With much anticipation, the first in-game resource changes were made. For the next 9 turns, lumber and medicine would be the most valuable resources, while spices and metals would not be. The Spanish eagerly descend upon the Medicine Island right next to their HI. With this valuable resource so close to home, their fleet looks to grow exponentially. The Spanish are the second faction behind the French to upgrade a resource island with a town. Here they come a medicine island that is a bit further from home, and thus more dangerous to get to. With their dream of an ocean-wide trading empire now in jeopardy, the French spend nearly every cent they have, and almost double the size of their fleet, putting forth Le Superbe, with custom captain and helmsman Jacques Arithiel, firepot specialist, fireshot and exploding shot equipments, and an oarsman. The Charlemagne, with RSS crew Lady Roymata, a helmsman, a firepot specialist, fireshot and exploding shot equipments. Le Lion, with a captain, helmsman, firepot specialist, and fireshot. And finally, the dreaded Le Bonaparte, with a captain, helmsman, firepot specialist, and fireshot equipment and oarsman. That's all for Part 1 of Report 1 of Century of Economy 2017. Part 2 should hopefully be up by the end of this week. If you enjoyed, hit the like button. If you'd like to see more, hit subscribe.